All right, so everybody, I'm sorry about the technical difficulties that we've been dealing with. We've had a little bit of an internet issue. So right now where we are sitting is a minute 35 left in the first half. It is 21-13 in favor of the Bronx. And honestly, it has been really an offensive barrage from the Bronx that has led to this lead as we enter literally a minute and a half in the first. So now Parker Paxton will take the ball across the timeline, and we are going to try our best to catch up with stats as it comes. Big time shout out to Rusty as she came in and saved the day for the rookie. So big time ups there. And so right now Andrew Hanna is leading all scorers for the Bronx with 10 points, and he is now Larson has the ball as we reach the 1 minute mark in the first half. And the referee has called a travel on Keelan. So right now, first and foremost, big time shout out to my fiance because we are using her phone's hotspot to be able to get this working again. So thank you and love you for that. 3-point shot by Tanner Johnson is no good, and the Bronx will bring the ball back across the timeline with 30 seconds left. Bruner with the ball, looking to go into the post for Keelan, and the Wolverines break that up. Tanner Johnson brings the ball across court. Now in the hands of Gabrielson with 15 seconds and counting in the first half. And again, we apologize, so we're going to try to catch up with all the halftime stats so we can get you reset for the final quarters. 5 seconds left. Tanner Johnson looks for a shot. He was almost fouled, and it's no good. Rebound is no good by Derek Lang. So at the half, it is 21-13 in favor of Jackson. So we were going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back pretty quickly with the Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show. That way we can get you some stats and get you reset now that we got those technical difficulties out of the way. So we'll be right back really quickly to get you caught up on what happened in that first half. We'll be right back.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Janice K. Bradley, and I'm here to tell you the miracle that Fremont Therapy did in making it possible for my left hand to ever work again. I went to the orthopedic surgeon with this broken hand, and that's when he told me that I would not bend again. So I was really discouraged. Mitch is the hand specialist, and so he's the one that worked and got me where I could bend my hand. The atmosphere is so friendly and professional, which is a combination you don't always get.
For more information, visit FremontTherapyGroup.com.
All right, we are back with the Travis Watson State Farm halftime show, and we are with Coach Travis McIntosh. And Coach, big time win for your Lady Wolverines, 38-25 over Jackson, and really the story of the game was Paisley Jackson in the fourth quarter she took over. So tell me a little bit about her offense in this one, because really in the fourth quarter, she had 2 in the half, and she finishes with 13 in the game.
Yeah, Paisley just got some good looks. A lot of her teammates found her, and it was a great team win. She had a couple run-outs and then made some clutch free throws down the stretch, and so Paisley can do that. She's streaky, and she can hit shots, and so we're really proud of what she was able to do and help us get the win tonight.
And Coach, like you said, this is a big-time team win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different of your players were scored in this game, and as a coach, you got to feel happy about that.
Yeah, anytime you have a balanced book, it just really makes it a balanced offense, and you're able to get more continuity, and anytime a kid's scoring a little bit, it feeds the enthusiasm, and it was a great atmosphere for those girls to get the W tonight.
Last question for you, Coach. At the half, the score was 13-5. The scoring was very limited in that first half. What was your message to your team coming into the second as it relates to the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, it was just like, be patient. We knew we were getting some good looks, and things were going to fall the second half. It was just a matter of, just us shooting the ball with confidence and getting some of those things to fall. And it's a testament to our defense. Anytime we can hold a team to 5 points at halftime, we'll be in most ball games. So I'll take that any day of the week. But I'm really, really happy the way we rebounded and played with some heart tonight. So it was good for those girls, and good team win.
Absolutely. And Coach, tomorrow you got Star Valley, so looking forward to that. That was Coach Travis McIntosh with us on the halftime show from State Farm. Thank you, Coach, for your time. And so we're going to jump into the stats here of the boys game. Again, we had some technical difficulties, so I want to give you catch you up on what is going on in this game. So as it relates to Riverton, it is Parker Paxton with 6 points, Derek Lank with 2, and Tanner Johnson with 5, as I see it on the scoreboard up here. So that is what we have right now. Over on the Jackson side of things, it is Bruner with 6, Hannah with 10, and Keelan with 2. And so that is where we stand at 21-13, as we are right at about the 4:50 mark of halftime. And so really from what I was able to look at, as Rusty just told me that I completely butchered the halftime show, it is the Tyler Watson State Farm show, not my name. There's Travis McIntosh, Travis Gupton, there's all sorts of Travises. So I apologize to Mr. Watson for that, and it is the Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show. So as I was saying, the pace of the game really changed in the second quarter. And so it really started turning into a slowed down offense for the Bronx. They were able to set up their half-court offense pretty well in that second quarter. They were able to get into the low paint and get a lot of those shots close to the basket, and anytime you can do that, most of the time they're going to drop. So that's where we sit right now, is 21-13 in favor of the Bronx. And so we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to have the second half of this game between Riverton and Jackson. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Nowadays, cocktails to go are common in many establishments. The U.S. Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration wants to remind drivers that, although alcohol is more mobile, it's always dangerous and illegal to drink and drive. In 2021, 8 Fremont County highway fatalities were related to drinking and driving, and there were 56 alcohol-related crashes. With the big game coming up on February 13th, the Fremont County DUI Task Force will be looking for drunk drivers. If you're caught drinking and driving, you will face jail time. Imagine trying to explain that to your family and friends or your place of employment.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
And we are back on KTAK. This is Travis Gupton, Sports Director at the Wind River Radio Network. We are about set to get started for the third quarter of action in the boys' game between Riverton and Jackson. It is Jackson up 21-13. And again, we apologize for the internet issues that we had. And again, big shout out to my fiance who is sitting right in front of me, who is letting us use her cell phone hotspot to be able to get through this game. And so big time thank you to Christine for making me not look awful. And if you're wondering where Kevin Shields is, the voice of the Riverton Wolverines, he is in Georgia, enjoying not 20 below outside, probably, and enjoying his anniversary. So big time congratulations to him. And so here we are as the third quarter gets underway, and it looks like all the starters are back on the court for both teams. And right off the bat, an illegal screen on Hannah, and turnover in favor of the Wolverines. Just underway, 7:50 left in the third quarter. Ball in the hand of Lang, over to Tanner Johnson. Johnson hands over to Paxton. Paxton almost had it taken away from him. Now over to Lang. Lang looking to drive, gives it away. Turnover, but it ends up somehow in the hands of Vincent right over after a brief turnover. And now back over into the hands of Johnson. Johnson takes the screen from Engel, hands it over to Lang. Lang looks at Paxton and now hands it to Paxton. Paxton looks to drive, gets blocked off, then goes to Vincent. Vincent shoots a shot into, or shoots a pass rather into Engel. Engel could not handle it, and a turnover. And now it'll come over to the Bronx side of the court. 7:05 left in the third quarter, 21-13. Keelan rises up, looks for a shot, unable to do so, and that's over the back. That is Jackson's. That was on Hannah. Sorry, no, that was on Keelan. That is his second foul and team's second of the second half. Parker Paxton now hands the ball over to DeVries. DeVries for three, misses everything. Rebound by Engel, and Engel misses. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay Riverton Wolverine basketball with 6:43 left in the third quarter. Ball in the hands of Engel. Engel falls down on the shot, no good. And the Bronx look to almost press and then decide against it. Larson now with the ball, hands over to Keelan. Keelan looking for somebody to give the ball to, ends up in the hands of Bruner. Bruner looks to drive, that doesn't work. Ends up over in Lawson's hand. Larson with a three, no good. And Derek DeVries with the rebound and takes the ball across the timeline. DeVries should be warmed up. He played the JV game. Gives the ball over to Engel. Engel now hands it to Paxton. Engel goes with the screen. Paxton goes around the screen. Back in the hands of DeVries. DeVries over to Lang. Lang tries to spin out, no good, and he traveled. So turnover by the Wolverines. And so we are at 5:55 in the third, and it is 21-13 still in favor of the Bronx. Bruner has the ball, hands off to Keelan. Over to Scott. Bronx moving the ball really well, and it goes off of somebody. Didn't see who it was from my vantage point, but it will, apparently it goes off the foot of, look like Derek DeVries, so it will stay with the Bronx.
Returning for Riverton, 23, Johnson.
And an inbound ends up in the hands of Keelan. Keelan hands off to Larson. Larson looks to drive. Nice stop and go. Hands off to Scott. Scott for three, no good. Rebound goes in the hands of Derek Lang. Derek Lang hands it off to DeVries, who is now running the point as Parker Paxton is on the bench. Tanner Johnson for three, no good. Barely grazed the front of the iron. Ends up in the hands of Keelan, who takes it across the timeline, gives it off to Larson. And Larson will set the offense. Hard screen there by Hannah that gets Bruner back into the paint, and turnover there by the Bronx. DeVries hands off to Derek Lang. Derek Lang tries to go baseline, unable to do so. Hands it back to DeVries, who resets, gives it to Tanner. Tanner Johnson with a nice floater, and it's good.
Tanner Johnson.
That is Tanner Johnson's 7th point of the game, and it is now 21-15 in favor of Jackson. Bruner takes the ball across the timeline and hands off to Keelan. Keelan back in the hand of Bruner. Gives it to Scott again. He's going to take another three-point, and that misses everything. Tried to save there, and the crowd is letting him have the air ball chant as Engel gets the save and ends up in the hand of Tanner Johnson. Engel with a screen. Tanner doesn't really use it, but ends up in the hands of DeVries anyway with 3:53 in the third. Hand over to Lang. Lang's going to look to drop baseline. He tried to dish it, and it was stolen away. DeVries is on the floor, and nice hustle by DeVries as Isaac Larson was really not paying attention and did not know that DeVries was around him. However, it stays with Jackson with 3:29 left in the third and a 21-15 lead for the Bronx. And again, I apologize for the technical difficulties we had tonight, and I'm hoping that we are running pretty smoothly right now. And I really am hoping that you have enjoyed this broadcast, my first time calling play-by-play, and I'm hoping to be able to do some more. And there was a travel. So Parker Paxton stole the ball from Bruner, and then Parker dove for the ball on the ground, and the official called a walk. And the crowd is not in agreement with that call, but it stays Bronx ball. Good look inside there as Hannah goes up And they call a foul on Cade Gabrielson. And that is his, I believe, first and team's first of the second half. And it will send Hannah to the line for 2, and he misses the first. Hannah with the second shot, that one goes through. So it is 22-15 in the third. Another low-scoring affair in this one. And Hannah has 11. And that is Parker Paxton's, I believe, third foul. And they call it an offensive foul. It's his first. They've been on Parker Paxton multiple times, but it has not been fouls. So we are going to take a timeout here. 3 minutes, 1 second left. We will be right back.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help. In Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine basketball. We are at 3 minutes and 1 second, and now 3 minutes exactly left in the third period. 22-15 in favor of Jackson. And he went over and back. His heel, that was number 13, Carson Harland, who back of the heel hit the timeline, and it causes over and back turnover. And now Parker Paxton has the ball, looks to drive, kicks out to Gabrielson. Gabrielson for 3, good. Big time shot by Cade Gabrielson, makes it a 22-18 game with 2:30 left in the third. And that time, Harlan was making sure that he was not even close to that timeline as he came across. Hannah gets the ball swatted out by Engel. Nice pass and a turnover there by the Bronx, and Tanner Johnson wisely slows the ball up, gives it to Parker Paxton. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, 22-18, and it's a blocking foul on Harland.
Jackson foul, 13, Harlan, his first. Third team foul.
That is his first, team's third of the game. Tanner Johnson will take the ball out with 2:03 left in the third. Quickly, the ball goes into Engel's hands, and quickly back into Tanner Johnson's hands. And Tanner Johnson traveled. That is several mental mistakes by the Wolverines that in a game like this, where it's ugly and it's low scoring, you cannot have. Bruner with the ball for the Bronx. Ends up in Harlan's hands. Back to Bruner. Bruner looking to drive, and he's in like all kinds of no man's land. And it is a jump ball. Favor of the Wolverines.
Returning for the Wolverines. 0, Vincent.
Jason Vincent back in the game for the Wolverines, and quickly he's got the ball as Paxton throws it halfway across the gym into the hands of Vincent. Vincent then hands off to Tanner Johnson. Pass over to Paxton. Paxton uses the screen a little bit from Engel. Paxton shoots over the tallest guy on the court and makes it. Paxton now has 8, and it is a 2-point game. And there's a foul. I don't know what just happened.
Timeout.
There's a timeout on the court, and it is the Jackson Bronx who call the timeout. So we're going to take it with them. 22-20 in the fourth. We'll be right back.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
The cheerleaders are having fun with the student section right across from us as we have 15 seconds left in this timeout. It is 22-20 in favor of Jackson, and it has really been Andrew Hanna for Jackson who has really been the offense and really defense for the Bronx. He has 11. And he also has 2 fouls, so that's going to be so no foul trouble really as we get back into play. Harlan with the ball, hands over to Bruner. Bruner trying to shake Vincent, unable to do so. We are right at a minute in the third. Back in the hands of Hanna. Nice try to. The Bronx trying to find some kind of offense, and really the Wolverines are in like a 3-2, modified 3-2. Engel double teams with Paxton down in the low post. Harlan goes up, shoots, no good. Engel skyrockets for the rebound and hands it off to Paxton with 33 seconds left. Vincent with the ball cross court to Gabrielson. Gabrielson thought 3, but decides against it. Tanner Johnson, however, will not think about it. He'll shoot. Gabrielson comes down with the ball, and there's a foul. And the bench and the crowd approve on the effort of Gabrielson. That is on Hanna. That is his third, team's fourth, with 18.5. Tanner Johnson hands it off to Engel, back in the hands of Johnson, and now back into Parker Paxton's hands, and he's going to go all the way to the half-court line with 9 seconds, and I expect Parker Paxton to take this shot. 5 seconds. He's going to drive. He's going to float. He's going to shoot. No good. Engel with the tip, however, as the time expires. We're tied. Lucas Engel with his first 2 points, and they are big ones to tie the game at 22 as we go into the fourth quarter. We'll be right back with the final quarter of this one right after this.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
(22-22) as we enter the final 8 minutes of the fourth quarter between Jackson and Riverton. Jackson has the ball as we start the fourth quarter, and he almost traveled, did Bruner, saved the dribble and saved his foot. Resets back in the hand of Bruner. Nice ball movement there by the Bronx. Back into Bruner's hands. Bruner for 3, no good. Rebound, Ingleson. Hands off to Parker Paxton. It has been ugly, it has been physical, it's been low scoring, and it's been even. Vincent with the ball, looking to drive baseline. He's got everything. He almost got hit back. He got his rebound back, however, ends up in the hands of Lang. Lang's going to try to bump and grind down into the bottom of the low post, and they call it 3 seconds. So we are 7:10 left in this one, 22-22. And that's Vincent is going to try to make it hard for Bruner to get across the line, and Bruner easily gets across the line. Back in the hands of Harlan. Harlan shoots. No good there. And it is out of bounds, and it will be Riverton basketball with 6:49 left. Good defensive play by Derek Lang to make sure that there was no attempt on a save there. Paxton takes the inbound to Vincent and then hands it back to Paxton, who then hands it back to Vincent. Tanner Johnson with the ball now over to Engel. Engel out on the three-point line, gives it up to Paxton. Paxton looks to drive. Nice stop and step. Barely gets the front rim, but Engel with the rebound, offensive rebound, back in the hand of Parker Paxton. Now in the hands of Vincent, who looks over at Lang. And timeout called by Coach Bo Sheets. It is a 30-second timeout, and we'll take it with them. With 6:20 left, we're still tied 22-22.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Moreland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
We are back inside Wolverine Gymnasium. The student section really getting hype in this one. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. 6:20 left, 22-22. Riverton basketball now in the hand of Jason Vincent, who hands it over to Engel, who almost got it out of bounds, but was able to corral it. Now in the hand of Lang. Lang hands into Vincent, who tries to get around, goes outside into Engel. Engel then runs the base into the paint. No good on the floater. And Harlan for the Bronx looking to push. Decides better, takes it back out. Nice ball movement by the Bronx. Three-point shot on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, no good by Bruner. And the rebound by Engel. Paxton quickly gives the ball up to Tanner Johnson. Johnson, no good. Saved there by Parker Paxton, but in the hands of Bronx as they go back down. We're now in a foot race with 5:30 left in the fourth. Tied 22 all. Harlan with the ball, hands over to Bruner. Bruner hands off to Keelan, back to Bruner, and now everybody takes a collective breath as we approach the 5-minute mark. Harlan with the ball, and it is given over to Hannah, who raises up, shoots, and it is good, breaking the tie, giving the Bronx the 2-point lead, 24-22, with just under 5 minutes. Tanner Johnson with the ball, hands over to Lang. Lang then gives it to Parker Paxton. Paxton to Lang. Lang to Johnson, now back to Lang. Lang looking to drive baseline, gives it to Engel. He's going to try the same shot and miss it again. That's twice on the same move. Lucas Engel has not been able to connect on it. So we say it 24-22 with 4:20 left in the game. Keelan with the ball at the top of the key, has Lang on him. Now to Bruner. Back to Keelan. Keelan now brings it back out to the top of the key to Bruner. And it looks like they're going to try to ISO. That's not going to happen. Harlan with the ball now, and now a timeout for Jackson with 24 with 3 minutes 57 seconds left in this one. It is 24-22. We are down to the nitty-gritty in a good one. We'll be right back right after this.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power.
We are back with 3 minutes 57 seconds left in this one. For my first play-by-play, this is a game that I'm going to remember. 24-22 as the Bronx have the ball. Bruner at the top of the key, trying to shake Jason Vincent. Good luck on that one. Ball over to Larson, who gives it over to Harland. Harland back to Bruner. They're looking to go inside, it looks like, with Hannah. They keep swinging around the top of the key, and they're looking for either Hannah or Keelan. But they've got like 3 guys on them in the low post. Again, just swinging around the outside, nothing really happening. And then finally they try to go into the low post with Hannah. Engel gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Wolverines with 3 minutes 18 seconds left in the game. And remember, tomorrow, 12:30 and 2, Lady Wolverines and Wolverines will be back here. And we will be back here on KTAK. And when I say we, I mean me, because Kevin's not here. But we will be here at 12:30 and 2 for Wolverines, Lady Wolverines against Star Valley. And there is a turnover on Larson as he traveled. .312 left in the fourth quarter. 24-22. Parker Paxton will slowly bring the ball across the court line. Derek DeVries is back into the game. He passes off to Vincent. Vincent looks across court to Paxton. Paxton uses a screen, looks for a give and go to Engel, doesn't work out, hands it off to Tanner Johnson. Johnson now gives it to DeVries. DeVries for 3, no good. I'll tell you right now, Derek DeVries, when it actually goes down in a varsity game, this room is going to explode. The bench got up, the crowd got up, everybody wants him to make that shot. But we sit at 2 minutes 30 seconds, 24-22, and Vincent was all over Keelan, and they were looking down into the post for Keelan, and Vincent takes it away. So we're at 2:15 left. Ball in the hands of Engel. Engel's going to try to go for the ball, and he will try to drive in, and he is fouled, and he is frustrated with himself as he punches and headbutts the Riverton Wolverines padding right under the goal. So now it is 22-24 in favor of Jackson, and Lucas Engel with probably the biggest free throws of the night. He makes the first, making it a 1-point game. And he's good from both, and we're tied. Bruner with the ball, hands off, and now the Bronx will start moving it around. Harlan has got Derek DeVries all over him. And Vincent goes for the tip, and that was not, and they're saying it was tipped, and it's a timeout. So that was very close to being over and back, but it hit the back of his knee, or it hit his knee, did the Bronx, and so no over and back called. And so we have a full timeout on the court. Minute 56 left in this one, 24 all. We'll be right back.
Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
24-24 with just under 2 minutes left in this one. It'll be Jackson ball. We are in for a good one as this one closes out. And again, close again was Larson for the over and back. He's really got to watch where his foot is on that line. Anyway, it's in Bruner's hands now, and Vincent is all over Bruner. And that's an offensive foul. When I see Jason Vincent play defense, it is something special. Minute 39 left in this one. Tied at 24 with Parker Paxton at the top of the key. Hands off to Derek DeVries. DeVries is looking for Vincent, doesn't get it, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson is going to drive in, and he's going to score. And now it is 26-24 in favor of the Wolverines. As we approach the 1-minute mark. The Bronx now have a sense of urgency to them. Harlan with the ball, hands off to Larson. Larson looks in to Hannah. Ball is out of bounds, and it's going to go off of Hannah's hands, and it is going to be Riverton Wolverine basketball with 56 seconds. And now Jackson is going to press partially and then back off of it. Parker Paxton brings the ball across the timeline. And we have a timeout on the floor by Coach Bo Sheets. It'll be a 30-second timeout with 45.5 seconds left. And your Riverton Wolverines leading 26-24. We'll be right back.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
(26-24). 45.5 seconds left in this one. And as I look up on the scoreboard and I look into the stat book, the Wolverines have a really balanced scoring book. Whereas over on Jackson's side, it is really Andrew Hanna with the 13 points, and then really no one else is even close. Parker Paxton now with the ball as we reach 40 seconds. He has Larson all over him. He hands off to Vincent. Vincent hands off to Engel. Engel to Gabrielson, and they're going to foul Gabrielson with 32.3 left in this one. And Gabrielson will go to the line to shoot the bonus.
Jackson foul, 2, Brunner.
So, not to say these are going to ice it, obviously, but you make both of these, and this gets fun. Gabrielson, 2 dribbles, shoots up, good. And he'll shoot one more. It's up and good. So we are now at a 4-point game, 28-24, 30 seconds left. Quickly, Bruner going for a 3-point shot, and no good. Lucas Engel with the rebound, hands over to Parker Paxton, and they do not want to foul Parker. And now it's over to Gabrielson. Now it's over to Lucas Engel, but with 16.1, the foul will go on number 14's Isaac Larson, and it will send Gabrielson back to the line for 2 more, and this time it would ice it. So Gabrielson will take the 2 quick shot, dribbles up, and it is good. It is now 29-24, 16.1 left. And Gabrielson gets the both, and that makes it 30-24 with 15 seconds. Bruner across the timeline, and there's a timeout with 9.7 seconds in the 4th quarter. And Parker Paxton is calling to the crowd across from me. They know they got this one. It's a 30-second timeout. 30-24 in favor of your Wolverines. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm a minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
We are back inside Wolverine Gymnasium, and the official is walking over to the scorer's bench, and I'm not sure if they're going to add a little bit more time. They're talking to Coach Bo Sheets, and whatever was said, Bo Sheets agrees with, or at least he nodded. So it is 30-24. Now they put 11.7 seconds on the clock. And now the ball is going to be inbounded by the Bronx in the hands of Hannah. Hannah over to Bruner. Bruner ends it over to Larson. And we got a foul. There is a foul with 5.4 seconds left on Tanner Johnson. And it's only the 3rd team foul, so no problems there when it comes to getting to the line. So now they'll have to reset with the Bronx. Bruner quickly with a 3-point shot. It's airballed in the hands of Tanner Johnson, and that's going to do it. And the crowd erupts on this one. What a hard-fought victory for the Wolverines. Final score, 30-24. We'll be right back as we enter in to the Click It or Ticket postgame show. We'll be right back with Coach Bo Sheets and the player of the game, Cade Gabrielson. We'll be right back.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We are back to the Clicker to Ticket postgame show with our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Cade Gabrielson. Cade, I got to admit, first time getting to do play-by-play for you guys on my own. That was a fun one. Y'all were really neck and neck going into the second half, and it was all Jackson's momentum. You shoot a three-point shot, and that three-point shot really gets things going in the second half. How big was that second half for you guys to get back in this one?
The second half was huge. Being down 8, we knew we had to battle back, but just like we did in South, we took it possession by possession and got her done.
And Cade, again, one of the things that I harp on when I'm doing color with Kevin is the defensive prowess that this team has. There is no such thing as a 50-50 ball. It's going to be either y'all's or it's going to be nobody's. Mm-hmm. So we've talked, Jason Vincent is a hard worker. Parker Paxton hit on the ground. But my friend, you had some nice little hand moves there. How important is it to get the defense going, to be able to get back into a game where if the offense ain't working, it's going to end up on defense?
Well, yeah, defense is so important. When you put up 13 in the first half, normally you'd be out of a game, but to play good defense and only be down 8, putting up 13 is phenomenal. And we held them to 1 point in the third quarter, and that was huge to get us back in this game.
Last question for you, Cade. One of the things that I've always really admired about you is you are just all over the place when it comes to both sides of the ball. Wherever you're needed, you're there. But I feel like I can look down this roster, and that's everybody. Yeah. How important is it to get this team win? Because really, when I'm looking at the score sheet, y'all are really not even close. You all are very close in points. How important is that?
It's very important for us to work together as a team. We all know our roles. We all are comfortable in our roles. We're comfortable not scoring the ball all night, every night, and for everyone to come in, work hard. That's how we get wins.
All right, thank you, Cade. Good game. That is the Papa Murphy's player of the game, Cade Gabrielson, on the Click It or Ticket postgame show, and he is going to go enjoy some Papa Murphy's pizza as we wait on Coach Bo Sheets to get in here and put the headset on. And so we're going to put those on him. And all right, so there he is. And, man, you don't take any time to get those headsets on. So, yeah. Coach, when I texted you last night, I said, Kevin was going to be here. Is it cool to do all this? I wasn't expecting y'all to make my first night on the job really, really fun. What a game that was. Yeah. The points were really not there, but your defense in the second half came to play.
Yeah, no, I agree. To hold a team like that to 3 points in the second half, 1 point and 2 points in a quarter, one made basket. I couldn't ask any more of the boys. We talk about how the defense travels. Defense is there every night. Obviously it was not an offensive, anything tonight for any team. And so when your offense isn't there to hold a 4A team to 24 points, that's a good, skilled 4A team. Very proud of the boys, especially with Lucas being in foul trouble.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. With Lucas getting in that foul trouble, you had to play a little bit of a small ball, a little bit. And really what I noticed was the passes between your team was just on point a lot of the game. How important is it to get those passes going to where they need to be? Because I know last week there was turnover issues because the passes were not as crisp.
Right.
What was your message coming into this one with that?
It's hard to be aggressive and still have your passes be there. So, I felt like we could have been a little bit more aggressive on our cuts. Everything was kind of off the dribble at times. And so, a lot of things we need to shore up offensively before we head down these conference games too much more. But I think, I don't think we're going to shoot that terribly. Many other nights. I hope it's never. But again, when you don't shoot the ball particularly well from any point, except for the free throws. We were 6 for 6 on free throws. That was the game.
Yeah.
So proud of the boys for knocking them down the stretch the last 2 minutes.
And then last question for you, Coach. I was talking to Cade Gabrielson, and I told Cade, when you look at the roster tonight, the offensive points were really not spread out like they normally are.
Sure.
And so how big was it to get this team win going into the later conference games?
Oh, they're huge. Every conference game is huge. And so to get a team win like this, because obviously no one dominated, offensively, but to defensively kind of have it be a team victory, couldn't be more pleased with the boys.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, so it was Coach Bo Sheets, and we're going to take our last break of the night, and when we come back, we're going to wrap things up here. So we'll be right back in a few seconds.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
All right, so we are back as we wrap up tonight. The final score 30-24 in favor of your Riverton Wolverines. And again, tomorrow we are going to be right back here in the same probably seat that I'm in right now, and we will be looking across the way at the Star Valley players as they come to town. And that game will tip off at 12:30 p.m. for the girls, 2 p.m. for the boys. And so that'll be a fun one. That is another conference game. And so looking forward to that. And again, as we enter into the final month of the conference of the regular season, every game becomes important. And so looking forward to that one. So we're going to say good night for this one. This has been the Riverton Wolverines Lady Wolverines basketball on KTAK. I'm Travis Gupton, sports director for the Wind River Radio Network, and we will see you later.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast